Happy Monday night. It is the SPO cast. We're into double digits. Episode 10 tonight. SPO Wrestling Unplugged. Some familiar words in that mix. Welcome in. I'm Rob Sanderson, along with Johnny Cashmere and Big 80s Donnie B. Gentlemen, the weekend is over. How was yours? Hopefully it was better than mine as a football fan.
Take that one, Donnie. I don't know football.
Wide right, Mr. Sanderson. Sorry, buddy. 1986 Giants. Wide right, Scott Norwood. I saw a flash of it yesterday.
We're not. It's 1990.
86. No, my friend. 90 was Hostetler. That's when they won the second one. Oh wait, you're right. No, I'm sorry. You're right. 86 was Denver Broncos, the Orange Crush. 90. So many Super Bowls. I got it mixed up. 90 was wide right, Norwood. Sorry. What was worse, Rob? That or yesterday's?
For me, probably yesterday's, because when the Norwood incident happened, I was 3.
Oh, okay, you don't get
maybe.
That one then. Yeah.
I mean, I remember watching those Super Bowls, but I was so little that, definitely it means more now. So
I was stunned. I took KC. I cleaned up. Don't get me wrong, but I was legit stunned, dude. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry.
I know I put the post on Facebook. It's one of those things where I kind of like, normally I get like a little down, a little disappointed in sports teams, whatever, but you get used to it as a Buffalo fan. I was just like upset last night. Like couldn't go to sleep, anything. Like that game was right there for the taking. So anyway, though, the weekend started out nice with some wrestling on Friday, ESW in Niagara Falls, including the back seats in the hot opener against To Infinity and Beyond, which I highly recommend people check out on IWTV. The archive is up now. Whole show was great. I mean, Scorpio, so good.
How'd he look? Good?
As good as ever. I seriously, amazing, right? I mean, still dropping the bomb from the top and stuff. I can't. For his age, man, I hope like at his age I could move like a 10th like he can. Like it's unbelievable. And he's in such a good mood the whole time. Like just always great to see him. And also a shout out to the women's match. Christina Marie and Katie Arquette just tore it up. I mean, they were throwing bows, and I mean, it was hard hitting, good stuff. And I believe there could be some kind of rematch on the horizon, hopefully. So, Ooh. Yeah. But yeah, overall, I mean, good stuff. Any other wrestling updates from the weekend we got? I know we got some announcements and stuff.
The guys did great. I watched it too. I wasn't able to go on the road this weekend, but I watched the show, like you said, on IWTV, and the finish of Decker and Scorpio was sick.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal. The whole match was great, but the finish was just like got me off my seat. But yeah, the tag match to open up the show, the back seats, was awesome. I loved it. Like you said, To Infinity and Beyond, phenomenal. Like that's just a textbook great opening match. So I definitely loved watching the whole show beginning to end. Bill Collier and Vince, their whole angle was sick.
Yeah, that was something. So for quite the turning of a brother on another brother. So there were definitely some crazy reactions in the building, and that I mean, from an entertainment perspective, it was fun, and definitely still early in, I'm sure, where all of that is going. So, but yeah, I mean, it ended up with Bill Collier, who was kind of our number one draft pick last week on the show, but disqualified because everybody would want him, is now holding the ESW Heavyweight Championship, which, if it's an actual reign and not a self-proclaimed reign, that would be his 3rd time holding that belt. So, but he just, like what we were talking about with him last week, every second he was on the microphone in that whole turn, and just, I mean, the way he attacked Vince and stood his ground and attacked security, and it was as good as anybody on television right now. Absolutely, like, biases aside, like that was just, he did a perfect job with that. It just further proved that he would be easily who I would pick number 1. So
yeah, and our picks seem to hold water, brother. By the way, we got to mention. So I got to say this. So 3 different things have come true. So last week, Donnie, Babe Ruth, slugger, hit the nail on the head with Queen Aminata. Within 12 hours, we find out she signed. That was beautiful, Donnie. Beautiful.
Thank you, brother.
And
then she ended up with matches on TV on Friday and Saturday night, which is, I mean, the booking in that company is a little strange to me because people disappear for a while and then they come back and like wrestle every night and then they disappear. But clearly there's a lot of interest for big things for her if you're getting matches on TNT back-to-back nights.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
As a new face around. Yep. Yeah.
And then just 5 days later, Simon Gotch pops up in TNA. So if we were to do our fantasy draft today, it would already have to be different by two different choices. That's pretty good. So we kind of broke the internet, I think. Look at these numbers, by the way. Do you people know what all this means? So this was the video. This was me and John Zandig's recap of our feud. Oof. And this one was Donnie B predicting Queen Aminata's rise and being signed. So we're talking 74,000 plays and over 31 hours watch time. And the video itself's not even like a minute. So that's phenomenal, Donnie.
What's cool, listen, I'm big 80, so obviously I'm a little untech savvy. So I'll be the first to admit I'm not really too keen on what all those numbers mean, except that my 14 and 11-year-old daughter do. And when I told them that, they were like, no way, Daddy. I said, yeah, Daddy's got 74,000 views, whatever. So I was a big deal. Yeah. I was a big deal in this house for 48 hours. It doesn't happen very often in the Don Bucci household, but I was a big deal for a few days. Thank you. Thank you to all the fans. We're joking here, but I think it is pretty awesome, dude, that almost 75,000 people watched our clip and watched the video. And good for that girl. It got her some exposure too, and she's awesome. And man, let's just keep it going. I know there's a lot of people out there that would give a body part to get 75,000 views on a video, let alone, a couple of them. So let's just keep it rolling, man. I think we got something good here.
I had a bunch of people come up to me throughout the day of the SW saying that they were enjoying the podcast so far and stuff. So
me too. I got a couple of my friends. Yep. It's great.
That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that, guys.
So talking about shows and exciting announcements and stuff, I know you put out some news this morning on the show that is now less than a month away, the Boss Battles.
Yes.
With a special announcement from a familiar face.
That is correct. Let's go ahead and show it, right? Why not at this point?
On February the 18th, SPO Wrestling presents a PWU showcase match. Now, I've handpicked these 2 competitors, and their winner will face the reigning PWU champion John McChesney on April the 7th. SPO Wrestling, it's happening.
This is Dan Cowie from Pro Wrestling Unplugged. Get your tickets now for the Boss Battles at SPOWrestling.com.
Very cool.
Right. Todd Gordon, the man himself, Pro Wrestling Unplugged owner, author, and ECW founder. So check this out. I got to plug this for Todd since he did that for us. You can get Todd Gordon t-shirts now at Battleground Championship Wrestling. Are you ready for this, guys? I had to do that for him.
That is so cool, man. Listen, I don't know if I've ever told this story to you, Johnny. I have a Todd Gordon story. Okay, if it's cool if I tell this, it'll tell you everything you need to know about Todd, and I bet you he'd remember this. This is many moons ago. ECW used to run in a place called the Mike Schmidt Sports Bar when it first started in Philly. In the early days of Bay Ragney and HD Ryder, all those guys, Jimmy Janetti, all them. And we used to go. There was a Bay Ragney Hell Rider, Chubby Dudley, had a tag team partner, HD Ryder was his name, and Pat is his real name. Pat used to be a student at Iron Mike Sharp School. He'd come every now and then. He told us, hey, we're having the show next weekend. I'm selling tickets, to make them look good. Like, you want to buy tickets? We were like, yeah, dude, the four of us will come. $10 a ticket, $40. We said, no problem. So we get to the show. We go up to the counter, to the table. Guess who's working the table? We didn't know her then. Kathy Fitzpatrick. We buy 4 tickets. We go into the show. We watch the show. At the end of the night, Pat, HD Ryder, comes up to us and says, hey, man, do you guys have the $10 each for those tickets? I fronted the tickets. They're 4 ticket sales from me. We didn't know any better. We just bought our tickets. So we went back up to the table. We explained ourselves to Fitz. And she, not that she didn't believe us, but there was like a little bit of like issue, like, oh, what are these guys trying to pull? And I don't have $40. And she wasn't going to give it back to us. Hand to God, this happened. Nova was there with me, and so was Ace Darling, and I forget who the other guy. Might have been Rocco Dorsey. Todd Gordon came over to us, opened his wallet, didn't know us from Adam, took out $40 and gave it to us and said, go ahead, you guys can give this to Pat to give back to me. I'll take your word for it. I never forgot that. That happened. My hand to God had happened. He reached in his wallet, gave us the $40. We gave it to Pat. Pat then gave it back to Todd. But that one moment, dude, was all I ever needed to know about Todd. And we did a lot of stuff with the Dennis Carluzzo shows back in the day with Todd. I've always thought Todd was an upstanding guy. I didn't work with him as close as Nova did, but that's my Todd Gordon story. That's all I ever needed to know about Todd. True story, 1,000%.
Don, I learned so much. I was so lucky to go from you to Todd. I've learned from so many different people along the way. I'm so lucky. And for speaking of lucky, actually,
what a segue.
Here he is.
Hey.
Oh, what a segue. What's up, Lucky? How you doing, brother?
I spelled my name wrong.
Lucy.
Lucy 13.
You got some explaining to do.
Oh boy.
That's over.
That's even better.
Nice.
Brother, thank you for coming on here, man. You might want to cover your ears real quick because I'm gonna embarrass you. I think you are the best kept secret in American independent wrestling today. I think you're the most underrated wrestler on the friggin' planet. The stuff you do it's so sick that I'm mad I didn't think of it, sort of stuff. But you can also go. And I just want to say, brother, you're the total package, and thank you for wrestling for SPO.
Thank you for that. I mean, you're not the first, not the trying to stay humble, but at the same time, you're not the first person to say that. So, but at the same point, whereas it gotten me in my career, I'm still doing indie wrestling, and I haven't been able to get on to that next platform. So I think that kind of keeps me from, my head expanding, being like, yeah, but I haven't gotten to where I want to be still. So I'm still trying to go out there and do my thing and push myself and do what I can. And you said you see me do stuff that, you're mad you didn't think about, but really all the stuff I did was stuff I saw you and your boys doing, and I just recycle it and put a twist on it. Like all my shit's like Jody Fleiss, just recycled.
Wow.
Yeah, when Todd announced you in this match, I was excited, man, because this is going to be something special. You against one half of All Money is Legal. It blows my mind to see you and him in that video and how much you've changed now. I mean, you were literally a kid back then, bro.
I think when I say we, because I think the first match ever for PWU retro match, I think the first match ever for PWU was me and Orange Cassidy tag teaming against All Money is Legal at the Animal House.
I remember that. Wow, man, you're right. And I got those on video now. I uploaded them, so I'll get you some of that footage. Yeah, that's awesome, man. So before you go, I know you're busy, and I know you got stuff to do. Go ahead and plug Catch Point, because I know you're there, and I would love to hear you plug it. And I know Donnie's friends with some of the people there, so whatever. Plug whatever you want, bro.
It's a school out of Northern Philadelphia run by Drew Gulak. And I mean, the trainers there, you got Joker, you got Tracy Williams, the rep are trainers there. And so you got a plethora of knowledge there, and they run Monday through Thursday classes, and they got beginner classes, and then it works all the way out to open ring from like 6 to like 10:30, 11 at night. And it's just, you want to go, you want to learn wrestling, you want to learn from a guy who's in at the top level in the industry right now. And it's right in your backyard. It's in Philadelphia, and you're best. Everybody's going and working there, so you're working with the best talent, and yeah.
Oh yeah, cool, man.
That's awesome, man. I love the rep.
Yeah.
It's a great place. I see their schedule, the way they do it. Like they'll do like 5 to 6 for beginners, and then 6 to 7 would be like advanced, and then open ring later. And it's pretty neat. I definitely want to check it out sometime. It's got a great reputation. And Donnie, I was telling you, Rob Dimension's kid is there. Kurt Robinson.
Really?
Yeah, Kurt Robinson.
Oh,
there.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, it's right off of like Aramingo somewhere. So I don't exactly remember where the original Animal House was, but it's in the area. Like, yeah,
it sure is. Well, listen, man, thanks for coming on. We're gonna have your opponent. I don't barely even know how to say his name. He's gonna have to tell me. Bufa Ayo. He's gonna be on in about a half hour. So
yeah, he better not talk shit.
He might. I'll stooge it out, bro.
He's great. Yep.
All right, Luck.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you, brother. You have a great night, my man.
See ya.
Later, buddy.
All right.
Johnny,
thanks,
you know who I watched a little bit of him once you told me about him? In a weird way, this is sound crazy. You know who he kind of reminds me of? Like, in not exact way, but there's something about him that reminds me of M-Dog, Matt Cross.
I can see it.
I don't know what it is. There's just something about it. Like the way Alec Price reminds me of Verdi, there's something about Lucky that reminds me of M-Dog. I don't know why.
Both of those comparisons, yeah.
Yeah, man. There's just certain people when you meet them that give off a vibe or an energy, and it's specific to that human being. I never met Lucky, but like Price had the same kind of energy that Trent had. But I'd be willing to bet that Lucky had a little bit of that. Like I'm a human M-Dog fan. I think he's awesome. But that Lucky's pretty goddamn good, bro.
You should see the stuff he does, man.
I saw some of the clips and matches and stuff, but I haven't seen him live, obviously. But I will.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm very happy to have him, and he's local. He's New Jersey. I mean, he used to be part of a tag team called the New Jersey All-Stars. So to have him here in Burlington is phenomenal. So
awesome, bro.
And he also told me
Jake
that
Ryder was the name.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Orange Cassidy's old name was JC Ryder. That's right. Yep. Well, Lucky told me, listen to this. He told me that for every match he wins in PWU, he's going to hand out 13 scratch offs to adults in the crowd.
Wow.
First he says the kids. Yeah, first he says the kids and adults. I said, I don't think we can give them the kids.
You can if they're under 18. It goes into a trust, so that your parent has to get it. So I only know because my kids get scratch offs for Christmas sometimes.
Oh,
great,
awesome.
Great parenting by me.
That's that 45 minutes.
What's the 13? What's the 13 stand for?
It's just something he adopted. It's supposed to be an unlucky number, but for him, it's a lucky number sort of thing. He started doing it once he left PWU. I think that started in CZW, actually.
It's cool because it's like I just asked about it. You know what I mean? It's cool because it's different. I'm a huge fan of different.
Yeah. Definitely.
Awesome, brother.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to see you guys in Alaska anytime soon. That is it's an interesting question, actually, because I had a good chat before the ESW show with JP and Tommy about our experiences in similar places in Alaska. And it's the first time I've ever been able to have a conversation with somebody outside of hockey that has also like worked or done something, whatever, in Soldotna, Alaska. Like the most random.
Is that where we were?
We were in Anchorage and Fairbanks, and I think the Graysons were Anchorage, Fairbanks. And
they were with Kevin with Wrestle Pro Alaska. Kevin's knocking it out of I'm so proud of that. Just that somebody stepped up after like 20 plus years when DeAngelis did it and just went there cold and said, hey, man, no pun intended. Let's run shows out here in this wasteland like Alaska. I'm not known for pro wrestling. And he just made something there, dude, out of nothing. 5 years worth of wrestling out there. He's got a huge show coming up this spring. I think it's so cool. And those trips that those guys go on out there, that's like, I still remember we did a show in Trinidad and Tobago on a Wednesday, whatever it was. And we got on the plane that night, and 48 hours we were in Alaska. So we were in the ocean in Trinidad and Tobago. But Low Key, Julio, Nova, me, Frankie, Johnny Trent, so many guys were there. And then 48 hours later, I was hiding behind a car with Trent, and we were throwing snowballs up to a second-story window of a hotel we were staying at trying to hit Chris Daniels. So we went from an ocean in Trinidad and Tobago, 48 hours having a snowball fight in Alaska. True story.
Oh, my goodness. That's great. Someone, Kenny Thompson, saying he saw the Graysons in Alaska. That's pretty crazy. What a reach.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Check out my group, Alaska Wrestling Showcase. Okay, Kenny. We'll do that. Thank you, brother.
Sweet.
But, Rob, I got to say something, bro. So Todd's announcement, I don't know if you realize it, if you guys are keeping score, maybe it was a self-fulfilling prophecy, but it just made a third one of our drafts come true. Did you even pick up on that? What just happened? Todd just announced that John McChesney is still the PWU champion. He never lost it. So that means PWU is now a recognized title within SPO. And since there's a SPO heavyweight title, the PWU title has no choice but to be the secondary title.
Wow.
Which means John McChesney is our secondary champion.
Maybe I need some of those scratch-off tickets from
I
last
was
year.
going to say. Or you
Wow.
need Johnny to explain the booking.
Well, how about someone who's never wrestled in SPO Wrestling is one of our champions? That's over.
That's
Yeah.
tremendous, dude.
I think he won it in a tournament in Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, that's banana. That's some Pat Patterson for you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. It's banana.
That's over. That's over.
Yeah,
So what else do we have?
that's fun. So the winner of that match on February 18th then will face John McChesney, and what was that, April 7th?
April 7th. And for those doing math, Todd Gordon just announced our drum roll, please, Donnie. WrestleMania weekend date, brother.
Oh, brother. That's over.
The world is ending. SPO is running WrestleMania weekend along with every other promotion in the world.
Yeah, but you know what? I get it. That's like the hotbed. That's the time to do it. If you want to cast your lure into the ocean and catch a great white shark, maybe it'll be that weekend, bro. You know, put out something, get a hook, get something that everybody else isn't going to have, fill up your building, and take it from there, dude. Don't concern yourself with what everybody else is doing. Just try to put your best foot forward, your best product forward, and have a good showing. All eyes are going to be on the Northeast Indies that weekend. So,
bro, I can't wait to tell you my plans. I'll tell you two separately when we're off air because I can't.
Ooh,
It's good.
K-Fab.
Bro. You're gonna love it. You're gonna have FOMO, bro. Fear of missing out.
Who knows? I might be there. I think cheerleading season is over. I think it's over in April. I think we go to Disney in March. So if I'm around that weekend, that could be the one I show up to. I might not even tell anyone. I might just show up, brother, in my emperor's robe.
We would definitely deserve that. That'd be awesome, bro.
Test I might even tell you. Yeah. Brother.
Over. I'm excited, man. So Todd's book's also available right now. Anywhere books are sold. Todd is God.
I love that too. I mean, like looking at that, like I want to read that because of Todd's story, but like also the fact that like Sean Oliver was involved and there's a forward from Terry Funk, like Jesus, like many selling points right there on the cover.
Yep. I hear the last chapter or so he gets into PWU and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to finish it and then hopefully get him on here to interview him. I think that'd be a great interview.
Yeah. I guarantee you get him on here. He'll remember that story.
Yeah.
But even all the stuff we did with Dennis, when the angle ended at Dennis, and that's a whole story for another day, but he actually called me and he said, Donnie, out of everybody I worked with, the Dennis's, it was a pleasure working with you. You're a star. You're a great guy. We talked for like 10 minutes, wished each other farewell. And that was that. Things were said, like pleasantries that'll stay between him and I. And it was awesome. And it was cool, man. It was great.
Good. That for me would be a pivotal moment, like seeing you two talking and stuff. Like, that's true. Wait a minute. I was in the crowd when you did the Hot Stuff International angle. So it would have been you, Todd, Gary Wolf, my trainer, and me all in the building at the same time and didn't even all know each other.
That'd be a picture to get.
It's just the coincidences are staggering, Donnie. Like the fact that you introduced me to Gary Wolf and didn't even know who I was, and then later chose me as a backseat boy, not realizing I was the kid that
no
you
idea.
helped. Right.
Off
Awesome.
of Trent saying, "Hey, that's my friend Johnny." That was it.
At least he got my name right.
Yeah. And Pilly Real wasn't around. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, give it time. But yeah, so This weekend, by the way, I wanted to say we still have some. We didn't do a 15 minutes of fame last week, did we?
I don't think we did, my friend. I think you had one waiting
because of the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who wants to go, Donnie? I know you have one. I have one too, but you can go if you want.
I do have one. This is a couple of weeks ago. I had a young boy reach out to me, a young wrestler, a talent, and he was complaining that he's not getting booked a lot. He doesn't understand why he's getting booked. And so I kind of thought about it, and I was doing a little perusing on the internet. And one of my friends, a good old friend of ours, Rob, you probably know him too, Brutal Bob Evans. Mm-hmm. Bob is a fountain of wealth, dude. He's got a lot of information. He would be a guy that you could hire and put in any wrestling school or in a company as a trainer, behind the scenes, whatever, and you could never go wrong. He's a safe hire. I would hire him if I had a company full time. But I was going through some of his stuff, and I stumbled across this post from Bob a few weeks ago, and I think it's appropriate. So it was 4 tips on how to increase your bookings and get booked for any wrestler out there. And number 1 was go to the shows. Even if you're not booked, contact a promoter in advance seeking permission. And when you go there, don't just stand against the wall, help out. Whether it's setting up chairs, handing out flyers, whatever the promoter needs, or whoever the promoter's assistant is, get with them, see what they need. Number 2 was follow up with the promoters. This is a big one. If you just text or message a promoter one time and you never contact him again, chances are he's just going to blow you off. Hit him with 2 or 3 messages. Don't be super bothersome or cumbersome. Just hit him occasionally. Hey, man, just following up. If you got that, that's worked. I've hired guys off of that. 3, show up with your hands full. In other words, what can you do that others can't? If you have knowledge in graphic arts or video production or sound or whatever it is that can increase the viability of the project or the product, help out. Make your services known. If you don't come forward to the promoter and say, hey, I can do X, Y, and Z, the promoter's never going to know that. And get to know everyone at the show by name and see what you can do to help them in their journey. I love that one because there were so many guys out there. Even when we did the super camp last December, we had Kevin Kelly there, a whole bunch of other guys. I remember there was guys who, for weeks after that, contacted me, and I put a few of them in touch with people in some of the other companies, and the names aren't important, but I did a little networking for some people, and a couple of them got jobs out of it, which I thought was really cool. And a bonus tip too, this is a big one. If you live in a town that the promoter's running in and you can help with postering, advertising, even pushing some tickets, none of that goes unnoticed by the promoter. Trust me. If all the indie guys out there are kind of on the same level and nobody's really names on the poster is bringing them in, like drawing tons of money, if you can go out and help sell 10, 15, 20 tickets, whether it's to a charity organization or even donating some to Big Brothers and Big Sisters or Vet Works or whatever it is, do that. If you can bring people into the show, you're of more value to a promoter than somebody who can't. So that's my 15 minutes of fame. Compliments of my good friend, Brutal Bob Evans, who I miss you, Bob. Haven't seen you in a while, but hope everybody learned something there.
I certainly did, Donnie.
Yeah, I mean, some of that stuff really hits home, I guess, in terms of even things like just conversations that I heard or was around like that day of ESW just a few days ago. I mean, there's conversations about like guys needing to go on the road to the next town and meet the people there. And, you know, maybe if you're just starting to train, like maybe you learn how to fill in as a ref or a ring announcer. I know we talked about the ring announcing thing recently as well. Like that kind of stuff is so huge that, you know, a lot of that I think is really good advice. That's always kind of been the case. A lot has changed in indie wrestling, but that stuff stays the same. We had somebody shadowing us at the commentary table on Friday, like little cool things like, I mean, don't just watch the show, like find out what you can do. Maybe you can learn a little production backstage or something. So
there you go, man.
That's awesome. And, you know, a lot of things lately, like, you know, with the weather and stuff and with people getting injured, a lot of promoters have had to like juggle shows around last minute. If you're backstage as a wrestler and maybe you're thinking about one day being a promoter and you watch and just witness how the show gets reworked instantly and how all the pieces come together to still form a coherent image, I think that's amazing to watch. I watched it happen in Greektown recently. I've watched it happen in Wynn. And
you watched it in Tom's River, New Jersey last December.
That's it.
Right? You saw it, bro. You saw additions and subtractions and people getting hurt, having a Frankie Edgar and Todd Frazier and Jerry Lawler. Oh, yeah. And Sting and Nova's last match and Mike Johnson and Bill Apter on the screen and everything else. Like, that's just got to do, bro.
Yeah.
I'll handle that one. I would say no to that question, John.
John Marzano, is SPO Wrestling Company going to join the trifecta company like SWF and LTW and SSW and I don't know what all that is.
There's a lot of letters.
No, it's a bunch of indies from Ocean County. They do their own thing. John's cool. He's actually a pretty helpful guy. He puts posters out and all that. He's a nice guy. But guys, Johnny's doing his own thing with SPO. I don't see it joining any of the stuff that he just had on there. But John's cool. He's helpful.
Yeah,
I like John.
For sure. And now I'll do my 15 minutes real quick. All right.
All right.
My 15 minutes is the biggest heel in pro wrestling in 2024 is the social media algorithm. It drives me insane, brother. It's the biggest heel. Everything that could possibly go wrong goes wrong when I make a post for SPO. So if you ever see a release from SPO on Instagram or Facebook and there's something wrong with it, maybe it's not spaced correctly or something's cut off, I did that. That was Johnny Cashmere putting that out. If it's perfect, then that was JP Grayson or even Wrestling Cause, who's a young adult, Donnie. I asked him to do it, and he does it beautifully. He's putting in like fingers pointing to where to click to buy tickets, and I'm just like amazed. Like you can't repost anything. So if you mess up, you can't delete it and then repost it because that upsets the algorithm. So you can't do that either. So it's just, honestly, the answer is the future lies with the kids, Donnie.
I agree 100%. I could not agree more.
My 5-year-old nephew, he's just got to grow a couple more years and he's going to end up being our social media person.
People say all the time, the kids are on the phones too much and video game. Bullshit on all that. Encourage it because that's the way of the future, man. Like my 11-year-old knows everything about Instagram and TikTok and everything else. And I'm decent around a computer and tech, but I'm not that good. I don't know what any of those numbers mean, but they do.
Yeah, they sure do, man.
Hey.
Donnie, in 2012, 2010, when I did a show last time, there was no algorithm that I had to bow down to and walk on eggshells around. I'm used to just letting it all hang out, brother.
Brother, when I was a promoter, there was barely any internet. We were think about it. We were old-fashioned stock cardboard posters and flyers that we had to go down to Kinko's and Staples to get made. And going out at 2 a.m. 2 a.m., me and Ben Wood, the Prophet, with my dad's staple gun, going to put our posters up on telephone poles and going into the Wawas and 7-Elevens and putting posters and flyers out. But yet every month I had my 600 to 800 people there, bro, at the Shore Sports Arena, downtown Toms River.
Yep.
So maybe I knew what I was doing. Maybe.
That's because you stapled them too high on the pole so people couldn't pull them down, right?
That's right. That was the formula. Yeah, keep them eye level in the Wawas and stuff because for security purposes, they can't be higher than that. So I used to make sure I taped them up myself.
Of course. Oh, because otherwise, no one's going to do it right.
Bingo.
Oh, I get it, brother. I get it. But yeah, Tara, thank you for putting out the flyers. I know you do that and you're awesome. And Rat Boys put out flyers and so many people have helped. And it's just
so important, man. There's no unsung hero when it comes to helping to promote the indies. I hear guys go, oh, that's dumb. That promotion is not going to work or that's a waste of time. Bullshit. There's no such thing as too much promotion for an event. There's just not. I don't care if it's 5 minutes before showtime. If you have somebody out ringing the bell or harking in the streets going, come in under the big top. That's what it's about, dude. Fill the big top and have them out the door. Have them saying, shit, this sold out. I couldn't get into this one. I'm going to be at the next one. That's the objective.
Yeah. Yeah. And just a reminder, we already announced Bufa.io versus Lucky 13. Bufa.io will be coming up momentarily, people. So get ready. And if you guys will indulge me, I just want to remind people February 18th is shaping up. We have Zandig. We have Homicide defending his title against Sonny Kiss, the first ever SPO title defense. We have the Doors 2 out of 3 Doors match, Wrecking Ball Legursky versus Killdozer Matt Tremont. And for every door that breaks, we're giving away a retro video game system. And these were donated, guys, by my mother. God bless my mother. She donated them. It was her idea, retro game system, whole 9 yards. So we're going to be giving those out at the show. And I just want to show to people that have advanced tickets, which you can get at spowrestling.com. But I just want to show you real quick the video game system. Check this out. And here's some screen grabs. You can see some of the games: Marvel Superheroes, Street Fighter, Samurai, WrestleFest, Simpsons, Double Dragon, Mike Tyson's boxing, and so many more games.
Oh, now what is that on? How do you play that?
It comes with a little thing that hooks into a USB, and it can go on any television or any device, and it comes with like PlayStation controllers, and it's got thousands of games, and it emulates like 9 systems.
Oh shit! Where do you buy that from?
We got them from Amazon.
That's so awesome, bro.
I know.
Message me and let me know how much that I'm gonna get. I'm gonna give you money to sponsor one of those, and it'll go to the person whoever puts Jared Silvercleat through a door at any time in that match. That pick one winner out for that. That's who mine will go to.
All right.
Sorry, Jared.
Thank you, Donnie. Good looking, brother.
Let me know how much what I got to do.
But yeah, how about that video earlier we watched? That was made by Corazon, by the way. One of the wrestlers at SPO, and he's won some awards at ECPW recently. So I like to see wrestlers that are multi-talented get recognized for their other talents. So thank you.
Cannon would be proud, yeah. Cannon, the godfather of all indie wrestling production, would be proud. What I love about your stuff, man? You've already shown more creativity in the last like 2 months before your second show than some of these clowns and jerk-offs do in like the last 4 or 5 years that they've been running. Just with graphics and announcements and videos and promos. Like, it's a breath of fresh air. You're trying something different. That's what I love about it, man. And once you get your promos coming in from your talent, it'll be even cooler, man. Like, I don't know, bro. I'm just a huge fan of what you're doing. Well,
thanks, brother. And a lot of it's been inspired by you. And I want to live up to what you've done and what you've instilled in me. So we're not going to go. We can kiss each other's butt off air.
Yeah, no, off air. But bro, it's just hard work. It's work ethic. I don't give a shit if it's promoting pro wrestling or shoveling snow or digging a ditch or whatever your profession is or what you're involved into. Like, Rob has the work ethic. I can tell. I have it. I've had it since I was 12 years old. I've been working, man. You have it. That's why we're successful human beings, bro. That's why some of these jerk-offs run a show and they got 90 people when it's freezing out in a shit school building and nobody's there and they're doing shit to pop themselves. They're not selling any tickets. They're not drawing any money. Nobody cares. And it's just stupid. I mean, I see that and I just go, what? But, hey, man, more power to them.
When you get fired up. Yo, eventually in like a year, we're going to do the Donnie B omnibus of all the 15 minutes of fame.
Yes. I have some good ones.
Yes, brother. Put it on records. I was going to say cassette tapes.
Oh, VHS.
Yeah, brother. That's
I couldn't believe the amount of fans that came out in that weather on Friday in Niagara Falls. I mean, shout out to all the workers too that traveled in and made it there. And you could tell some of them were more used to that crazy winter weather than some others. But I was freezing. Like, commentaries over by like the back door where the ring comes in and stuff. And it was, winter's
hard, man. Yeah. Winter's hard.
Yeah.
I never really ran much of the winter. I did, but Ocean County is primarily a warm weather. Like January, February, March, I think I ran a total of like 3 or 4 shows during that time. It was for schools and stuff. But I always like the spring and the fall. There was just something about it for me. Like May, maybe June. I always like October, November, and a little bit of December. I did some stuff in the summer too, like outdoor stuff. But that's tough because you run the risk of rain. But
right,
I like
it's like playing Battleship with rain or snow. When you look at the calendar and choose where your events are going to be, if it's outdoors or if it's in the winter. It's a crapshoot.
It is. Like fair shows we used to do. And if it rains, you have 4 shows scheduled. If it rains, you got to push them back or rearrange them, or it's a whole thing. But, the opportunities are there.
It's worth the risk because if it goes off, you're going to have thousands of people.
Oh, yeah. They were great. Yeah. We did a bunch of fair shows back in the day. I did beach shows on the beach, fair shows on the boardwalk, everything, dude. I did a show in a Home Depot parking lot once.
No,
us
you
to
didn't.
Oh, I didn't. We set up a ring at the Home Depot on Route 70 in Bricktown, New Jersey. They paid us $1,500 to do a total of 2 shows on 2 different days. They paid us in advance. Ben Wood, the Prophet, got it for us. So we did 1 show. We did a total of 3 or 4 matches. The locker room was our trailer that the ring was in. We did it in the Home Depot parking lot. The following weekend was supposed to be the second Home Depot, but it got rained out. And they said, don't worry about it. You can keep the other half of the money. You guys did so awesome the last weekend. It's cool. We don't need it this weekend, but it was awesome.
Wow.
True story, bro.
Not a bad idea if you need some quick ring repairs or something.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yo,
it was like a thing. Yeah, it was cool.
The Home Depot parking lot day worker lumberjack match.
Well, you'd have a lot around here.
Bro, hell yeah. But yeah, guys,
true story.
I want to say 2 things really quick about birthdays. We do birthday parties now. We still have room for one more birthday party at the event on the 17th, on the 18th, before the event, that is. So if you're interested, let me know. And today is my friend's birthday, Ellis Taylor. And if you go and check him out on Instagram and Facebook, Ellis Taylor, he has been reborn today. He changed his entire name on his birthday. He is now Pat Dynamite. He's got a video up there.
That.
Yeah, he's got a video up that explains it, and he is SPO Wrestling. He's going to debut on the 18th, and more is going to come out about that soon. But I'm glad you saw that, Donnie. It means
he was in his house or something, and he got changed into a red coat. At the end, he had a stick of dynamite in his hand, and I was like, "What is this?" But again, I had never heard of him, never seen him, and I watched it. I watched it to the end. There you go, bro. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Instead of a promo in back of some curtains in his mother's basement where he said, let me tell you something. I'm going to kick your ass, dude. And I'm going to be the world heavyweight champion of South Jersey, weighing 165 pounds of chewed bubble gum. I'm the shits, but I'm telling everybody why they should come see me. Instead of that, he did a cool video.
Mother's basement.
That's what everybody has now. Every goddamn promo I see is in their parents' basement with a cocked on an angle sheet or a curtain or some wall that obviously has water coming through it when it rains heavy, and it's an ironing board in the background, and there's an echo because they didn't soundproof anything. It's true.
There's water coming in.
It is. It's a drizzling shits. And these people put it out there and go, hey, this is awesome. I'm like, what the fuck drug are you on? Are you drinking that stale water that's coming through? You never heard of a French drain? It's true. I'm telling you, bro, they're littered all over the place. It's terrible. And they're like, oh, yeah, and they're about 4.5 minutes long. Oh, God.
The video of the promo.
Every one of them, dude.
Thank you for saying that. That was the whole part
Rob,
there was entertaining, but the part about the 4.5 minutes, thank you so much for mentioning that. I can't.
Am I right?
It's
even though Roman Reigns does 20
entertaining
seconds.
angle in the world. I do not have the attention span for 4.5 minutes, and neither does a live crowd if they're watching it on a screen in their show.
If Roman's not doing a 4-minute promo, why do indie guys think they can?
I'm just talking about the stuff they recorded. Forget the live, actual independent wrestling show where these fools do angles in the ring for 15 or 20 minutes. Like I saw somebody doing something last week on the internet, a body slam challenge with some guy nobody ever heard of
on a ship.
No, but it was just. I'm like, what is this? Nobody knows who these people are. Nobody gives a shit. Everybody and their mother had to grab the mic and cut a promo. I'm like, holy Christ, this is terrible, dude.
The amount of time I've seen people put together promos for indie shows and they're like, well, why isn't the company tweeting it? Well, that Twitter account can only post a video that's 2 minutes and 20 seconds long or less. So keep that in mind that there's a reason for that. And if you're going 8 to 9 on your promo, I'm taking an intermission or something.
And 8 to 9 and saying nothing. They said
marathon
nothing.
Promo.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
There was a question that came in online earlier today, and I need to know that answer, Donnie, on the authentic Italian pizza question.
Oh, yes. By the Wrecking Ball, correct? I believe Mr. Legursky asked this question. He wanted to know what I prefer as a connoisseur delight, whether it be Papa John's or Domino's. So, for full transparency, I have never eaten Papa John's pizza. However, those members of my family do like Domino's occasionally. So the answer would be Domino's. and I like the deep dish pizza with the pepperoni on it, and sometimes we get the cheesy bread. Once or twice a year, that's it. So the answer, Mr. Legursky, put me down for another system for him to get put through that door for asking that question. But yes, it would be Domino's Pizza. That's the answer. I've never eaten Papa John's. It's the shits. It's the Wrecking Ball Legursky of pizza.
He's shooting.
Awesome. That's over. Oh man, Rob, this was
That's
good,
a good answer.
brother.
Yeah, Domino's
man.
pan pizza, well done. Not bad once in a while.
That's
When
what I'm
you're
saying,
on a
like, once
budget or
year.
something, or if you move to a place like Corpus Christi, Texas, where there's no good local pizza, you got to do what you got to do. But I heard
Yeah.
Papa John's is coming back to Rochester after leaving like 10 years ago. Nobody asked for this. Not one person asked for that.
Pizza deserts are not fun, man.
No.
DC was one, and it's when I came home, I went right to Villa Rosa, and that's the truth.
I got my own. My wife got me the Oni pizza oven 2
Nice.
Christmases ago. I love it, dude. It's one of our favorite things. We have people
That's
over all the time.
that's
We
a
have
great
pizza
gift.
parties. Yeah, dude, it's awesome. It's so much fun.
Speaking of a great gift, we have a very special guest on. Rob, I know you have had a hectic week, so I know you're going to skedaddle and peace out.
Wide
as
right,
they
Rob.
say.
Wow.
Sorry, Rob.
All right.
Nothing you
Keep
can
that in
say.
mind. Thanks.
Pick that mouth up off the ground.
Have a good night, gentlemen.
All right,
Wow.
Rob, thanks for
Go
Just
everything,
ended
brother.
him. Sorry, buddy.
And I'm going to bring in JP. What's up, JP?
What's going on, guys?
What up,
Yeah,
JP?
brother.
What's going
Donnie,
on?
I had to bring JP in for this because this
Of
whole thing was
course.
his idea. The whole PWU angle, the whole thing with Todd Gordon, the whole thing with Boof. It was all
Really?
JP's idea. I didn't think of it. Like
Wow.
it didn't occur to me to plagiarize off myself, Donnie.
No, that's cool though. I didn't know that. I honestly thought it was your idea.
No.
Nah, man. You know, it's a team effort. I don't want to take too much credit because at the end of the day, you know, I'm not the one who makes the final say and whatnot. But you know, I been doing a lot of research and kept in touch with Bufa over my whole career, just through mutual friends and everything like that, and just shot him a message because he's one of the only guys who have been staying in China for over like 5 years, probably even more than that. And just always kept in touch and found out he's going to be in the area around our time during the show. So, wasn't going to pass up on that and shot him a message. I was like, you going to be around, I heard. And little did I know, Johnny had a nice little history with him back at PWU. So I'll let you do a little bit more explaining with your relationship with, Bufa. But, it all came full circle, man.
Hey yo!
Hey, yo!
Wow.
What up, guys?
Brother,
Good to see you.
where are you calling from?
China, Shenzhen.
Wow. This is amazing, dude.
Yeah, man.
My
See,
home,
Donnie?
away from home. Yeah, man.
Bro, it's so good to see you, man. You
Ooh.
look phenomenal.
Thank you. Thanks.
When they sent me the thing, Bufa Ayo, I'm like, yeah, cool, thanks, guys. Like, appreciate it. They're like, do you even know who that is? And they told me. I said, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
So,
All
yeah,
money is
man.
legal.
I was thrilled,
Yeah.
bro. But please put yourself over, brother. Tell us before you do. I'm going to tell you, you are the longest reigning PWU tag champion of all time. You are
I
a
didn't
winner
know
of you're a winner of the Pitbull Public Enemy Tag Team
Yes.
Memorial Cup, 2-time tag champions, one of the best tag teams of all time, in my opinion. And my opinion matters on tag teams. It's the one thing that actually matters.
Second place to the back seats.
Well, I'll allow that, brother.
The legacy. The legacy
So-
backseat.
Johnny, if I may, Bufa, are you
Yes.
the All Money is Legal, like from back in the day, like with the Hit Squad and Fat Frank and Bayonne
Yes,
and all?
sir.
That's you? Oh shit,
Yes,
dude! I've
sir.
seen you guys a million times. Like I didn't know, man.
Hey.
I didn't know. Wow,
And
bro.
I just want to say I'm a fan of yours.
Thank
I used to
you.
watch all the PWF, the best of back seats, Donnie B.
Thank you,
Man,
brother.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. At the
That's
end of the
awesome,
day,
bro.
so
I'm sitting here and I'm
it's
like,
great to meet
I
you.
think it's the same guy.
Yeah,
Yo.
same guy, different name.
No,
About
that's
40
so
pounds
awesome, bro.
heavier.
Yeah.
No, bro, you
Yeah.
guys were great, man. I saw matches with the
Thank
Hit
you.
Squad and all those guys back then, man. And Moff is
Oh,
still
yeah.
killing it too. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's
man,
great.
he's doing great. Yeah.
The
I
Frank
love
Goodman
Moth.
shows too. We did those Frank
Yeah.
Goodman shows with them with All Money.
Oh
Yep.
yeah,
Tobin, right? Mike Tobin,
Yes.
and I forgot his
Boogie
partner.
Nights.
That's it. The
Yeah.
Boogie Nights. Yeah, man. That's
Mhm.
wow, dude. Holy shit.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So Donnie,
It's
you
been
got to
a
hear
while,
this.
man.
I'm excited to hear this because I haven't even. Tell us what you've been doing and go into it as in detail as you want because this is the most unique stuff you're going to hear. People pay attention.
Okay, well, after PWU closed, my brother and I, we stuck around in the States for maybe about, I say 3 years. Then we got the opportunity to go to Japan and train there for Pro Wrestling 01. In 2011, that was the first time we went to Japan. So we went there, we did the training, and they wanted to keep us there and put us on the roster. So I would say, I think it was February 2011 we went there. Then we went back in December for a tag tournament. And for about maybe 3 years, we stayed on the indies. Then my brother stopped wrestling because he had 2 kids. So he wanted to be a dad. So I was like, all right, cool. So he just said, go to Japan and just tear it up like we planned. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to go singles now. So, all right, cool. I was already kind of prepared for this just in case. So I moved to Japan full time. They got me a work visa and I was just out there making a living pro wrestling. So while I was with 01, they would send us on tour to like different countries in Asia, like Nepal, South Korea, Myanmar. So I would go to these different companies in these different countries within Asia. And after I left 01, I kept that relationship. So when I was on my own, I was able to go back to these companies in these different countries because of the relationship I built with them. Then while I was in Japan, I was going like back and forth from, China, Nepal, South Korea. Then while I was in Japan, William Regal contacted me for a WWE tryout at the Performance Center. So he said, if you want the tryout, it's there for you. So it's up to you whether you want to leave Japan and come back to the States for the tryout. So I came back and that was 2018. I did the tryout at the Performance Center. I think it was like 3 or 4 days. Then after the tryout, I was still in the States for a little bit. Then a company in Shanghai, China, OWE, they had a working relationship with AEW. They contacted me and wanted to bring me out to China, Shenzhen. So I was like, you know what? I was still waiting to hear back from WWE. I didn't hear anything, but I had this opportunity on the table to go back over to, China. So I was like, you know what? I don't think the WWE thing is going to work out because at the time I was about, I think, 38. And I don't know, they wasn't really looking for like older guys with a lot of experience. So I was just like, yeah, whatever. Let me just go back to Asia where I built my name and actually like was successful outside of the States. So I just took the trip to China and ever since then I've been here just going back and forth throughout like Asia, different countries, mostly like Southeast Asia. So that's basically what I've been doing.
I've been
for
watching
the
some of the
past 5
videos.
years.
JP
Yeah,
linked me to some of the videos, man, that you do over
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
I've been keeping up since I started, bro. So yeah, you've been there a
Yeah.
lot longer. But
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
been
man,
keeping up, did my homework, and just through again mutual friends, everyone was telling me, oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
from All Money is Legal, and I'm like, I used to watch them back in the day too. So it's just like,
Yeah.
we're all shocked. It's like, damn, man.
So
I
tell,
know, man. It's crazy.
tell promoters
Yeah.
like when will you be in the States?
I arrive on February 8th.
Okay.
And I'm planning to stay to April, maybe even longer. Let's see how things go. I don't have you. I already talked to you, Johnny, about my plans later on. So I don't really have anything like set in stone here within Asia right now. So I'm pretty much free. So I'm just gonna take it a day at a time, see what happens in the States.
Boofa, read the chat.
Yes.
You see that? Todd Gordon's talking to you.
Oh,
There he is. Yeah.
There's no doubt he had the it factor watching how much he's developed. I see the second coming of Too
man.
Cold Scorpio.
Wow.
Brother is a
Oh,
beast. Love that dude. Todd, thank you.
man,
Damn.
man. Thank you, Todd. It's great to hear from you, man. I've been wanting to connect with all you guys for like so long,
Yeah.
but I know I'm so far away. Everyone's doing their own thing, but I'm like grateful to be here with you guys. You know, for a long time, I kind of felt lost because a lot of these connections I made over the years in the States were kind of gone. It's like I got forgotten about because I'm tucked away in Asia. But a lot of guys have kept up, you know, checked in on me, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate you guys for giving me the opportunity. And I can't wait to see you in person, man. It's been too long.
You
But
got to say thank
it's
God for
coming.
social media. Like I sit here and talk crap on the algorithm, but thank God, because how else
Hey,
would we be able to keep in touch with you? Like, you know,
This
just
is
for
crazy.
just for shiggles,
yeah.
like just for shits and giggles, look up
Mhm.
Chinese cars on Google Image. They don't
Oh,
export their
man.
cars, so they're so unique, right? So, like, who would even think that China, with controlling their internet and all, would even allow
Yeah.
pro wrestling? Like, boom, and
And
here you are thriving.
I know
I gotta
it's
say,
it,
man, Boofa,
it's
I gotta
wild.
say, dude, as a kid, I'm 51 years old. I remember hooking up Atari on my TV in 1979. And the fact that we are sitting here right now, two guys in Jersey, one in Philly, and a guy in goddamn China are having a crystal clear
Man,
conversation on the computer. And this story, his story needs to be told. It needs to be listened to. This is $1 million gimmick waiting to come back here in the States, dude. You talk about a ready-made
real.
angle. It's fucking right here,
Hey.
right on this screen, dude. I'm telling you, Tony Khan, Trips, anybody that's listening, everybody else, man, this guy right here can be plugged in and inserted tomorrow with a ready-made
Yes, sir.
angle. This is a journeyman right here. When you hear about Steve
Hey.
Regal fighting in the tar pits in India and all that shit, this is a guy who's following in those footsteps, dude. People don't do this anymore. This isn't a guy bitching that he can't get booked in his own town for $25. This guy went
Yeah.
across the goddamn world to get work. That's how bad he wanted it. Holy
Yeah.
Christ. Like, this is
Hell
amazing, dude. I'm legit floored right now.
yes.
Yeah.
Hey, and
I knew you would
I did this because, you know, Tuco Scorpio, a mentor of mine to one of my favorite wrestlers. I seen his journey. You know,
Yeah.
he went to train in the dojos of Japan, went to Germany, North Korea, all these different countries. And I was like, that's more appealing to me than getting to one of the big leagues. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm from the States. It shouldn't be hard for me to make a name in my own country. No, let me make a name for myself worldwide. That's more
It's
appealing to
amazing.
me.
It's amazing, dude. Anthony
Yeah.
Green is doing something similar. Anthony Green's over in
Ah,
Japan
yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
And
he's
that's
in
what it
Noah.
reminds
Yeah.
me of. There's only LSG has done it. There's only a handful,
Mhm.
but bro, this is nuts, dude. Like this story, this shit
Mhm.
needs to go like hard press when he comes back, bro. Because this is a fucking $1 million
Yep.
waiting to happen.
And I'm watching him
Yeah,
get
man.
booked. Like you're booked at, what is it,
Oh,
Victory Pro?
yeah.
You
Victory
got
Pro
a
on the 17th.
podcast coming up Thursday.
Remarkable. Yeah, Thursday. I'm at Remarkable Wrestling the 10th. Victory
Nice.
Pro Wrestling the 17th. SPO
Mhm.
the 18th. And whatever else comes after that.
March
I'm
and
open.
what about Janelle? Janela's spring break thing and all GCW and all that shit. Like this guy could be every show out there.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I know
this is amazing,
Janela's
man.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Like
I love
know all
Janela.
these
Janela's
guys.
cool.
Yeah.
Promoters,
Yeah. I haven't
take
seen him in
this
years.
is
For real.
it. This is it, man. It's
Take
it's
note.
right in front of you.
Book them.
Yeah.
Check him out on
I'm
Instagram. Bufa Ayo.
Take
Hit me up.
advantage.
Yeah, hit us up and we'll put you in touch with them, promoters. Book them for appearances. Yo, Bufa, you know what's coming up? WrestleMania weekend, brother.
And this is why I'm gonna stick around a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is exactly why. So see what
Right.
happens, man.
Red carpet, bro, April 7th.
Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm so
brother.
ready. It's been a
Right.
while.
SPO has officially
it's-
signed. We've signed Bufa just now.
That's right.
Nice.
Multiple
On
show
the dotted
contract.
line.
That's it.
Well,
Wow.
you know, just the fact that we're able to, keep PW live in just some type of way,
Oh,
that was
yes.
always the goal. When we first started this, it was like always in the back of our mind, like how could we somehow just drop those letters in some type of way or just keep it alive? And this is the perfect way. The PW showcase,
Oh,
the retro showcase match is like this is
Awesome.
the first one that you guys are gonna raise that bar high, man. You know,
I
this is gonna be
wasn't
awesome.
expecting that. That was a surprise to me. I said, PWU. I was like,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Oh, like, that makes sense. I didn't
Yep.
see that one coming, but
Mhm.
hey, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So why not?
This is going to be a really special match, and this show has something
Oh,
for
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
This is by far.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Variety.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the best stuff
Super
writes
hype.
itself. The best stuff
Yeah.
always writes itself, man. And this whole
Absolutely.
thing, the whole thing with PWU coming out of nowhere. If it wasn't for JP, I would have never thought of it because I don't know what it is. It's like it's like putting myself over
And
putting
Yeah.
PWU over. So I'm reluctant to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
it's not
understand.
like we were like trying to force it. It's like, you know, we're giving you a taste and making a whole different division, and this is going to be something special. This is going to be something unique, and we'll see what happens from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, this is awesome though, and the fact that you're a part of this and you're going to be back in the area during that whole time.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
Perfect timing, man.
You know, we
Perfect timing.
could not. When I saw that, because I saw it. You know, you're going to be at Victory Pro the day before, and I was like,
Yeah.
wait a second, like, how could we? Like, come on, you can't pass up on this. It's just
No.
perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, dude. And
It's
we'll have
gonna
time to
be a
hang out.
long weekend.
Show you a good
long
time,
Yeah.
man. We'll have time to hang out while you're home and get it all done, man. Anything you need from
Oh,
us, you got it, bro. Anything
Oh,
you
I
need, so
really
just let us
appreciate
know.
it, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I want Donnie B as my manager. How about
Oh, man.
Whoa!
Hell
That could-
yeah.
I might come to the show in April. That one I think I can make. My daughter's a
Okay.
cheerleader, so we'll be in Atlanta the weekend of February,
Oh,
and then but I think WrestleMania weekend, bro. If you're in town, I think I'll be at that one. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
man.
bro, this is so awesome, dude. I didn't put, like I said,
Yes,
I'm
man.
I'm stunned right now. This is such an awesome story.
It is. Donnie, if you're there, I'll give you flowers in the ring. What do you say?
Oh, look at that.
Donnie, I don't know.
What year is that?
It had to be
1995, 6?
it had to be
95?
Maybe.
some
I don't know,
fan
99?
Yeah.
I'm wearing that suit in like
Damn.
96, 97. By the way, go back to that picture. Do I not look awesome in that suit or what?
Look
I
at
mean,
that
let's
suit, man.
call a spade.
Yeah, I
spade.
mean, look at the stars in my eyes.
Yeah. I look awesome, bro.
This-
look at my
This
hair.
was look at the title belt.
Look at that guy in the
Like,
back
Johnny-
corner.
Johnny
Yeah.
dropped down to a knee and's proposing to Donnie.
Yeah.
That is an original Miami Vice After 6 tuxedo
Yo.
outfit too, by the way.
And I'm proposing with like
Wow.
a magician's flowers.
Yeah, I don't know
Do you
why.
remember- Do you remember what that angle was?
No, I didn't know that picture existed.
Neither did I.
Get out of
Here's
here.
a good one.
Day.
Here's
Oh,
you
that's a
guys.
good one.
You guys with CXR from this weekend. Donnie, the match at Greektown, if you have Triller TV, watch Backseats versus CXR from Greektown Saturday night. It was a
Nice.
what do I say? It was a trend-setting match. More people are going to start
Ooh.
working like that now. Yeah, it was really good.
Okay.
Really good shit. So,
There was something wrong with that picture you just put up. All 4 of those guys were in shape. I'm not used to seeing. I'm not used to seeing 4 indie guys in decent shape.
Midsection, bro.
Yeah,
well, they're at their
That's what I'm
mother's
saying.
basement. see?
Motherfucking, look at JP. I would never want to stand next to JP. I don't want to be in the same room as him.
No,
Oh,
this
come
is
on.
JP's mother's basement. I can tell by the no smoking sign on
Yep.
the
Totally.
He's in shape. I'll give him
Nah,
that.
Thank you, man.
That's
Thank
over.
you. And
Shred it, boys. Shred it.
Yeah.
I can't thank CXR enough for that. I mean, that was like the first time we took this match international. That was a pretty big deal for us. You know, doing that over on the other side of the border.
wall.
And you know, let's see what happens from here. You know, we'll try to make this happen all over the world. That's the next goal.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
one step at a time. But
You can. There's
Yeah.
living proof. The guy in the lower left corner
That's
is
right.
proof that you can go
Yep.
fucking across the world and
Yep.
make shit happen. He's
Yep.
right there.
yes.
Boofa, my new favorite
Yeah, man.
name.
Yeah, the
Yep.
new favorite name. And guys, the back seats are going to be back at CZW for the 25th anniversary coming up. And that's coming up soon, by the
Awesome.
way. Let me remove that banner so you can see it. There you go. That's coming
Awesome.
up soon. So that's going to be a good one too. We're excited for that. A tag title shot, brother. That's how we
Yep.
do.
Fulfilling
Yeah,
that
let's
prophecy.
go.
That's it, man.
That's
That's
how
it.
we
Sweet.
do. And still time to get your Todd is God books. Check it out on Kindle, Amazon, everywhere books are sold. Thank you again, Todd. We're going to have you on here as soon as
Yeah.
my people
Yes.
talk to your people and they put it all together, brother.
We gotta have Buffa back again too to give us the lowdown
Yes,
on all
please.
this. Without a doubt, man. Whenever you want, Johnny. Whenever you want.
Yeah, Boof. Anytime,
Yeah,
man. You got to open the
Okay.
golden ticket, brother. Open invitation. So thank you, guys. I'm going to end with just about a minute-long clip of Buffa winning the tag team tournament. So
Oh, wow.
thank you guys
Sweet.
for joining. Thank you all for watching. God bless.
Thank you, guys.
All Money is Legal has done it. They've won the Pitbull Public Enemy Memorial Cup Tag Team Tournament.
Yes, they did. They beat the SAT, the World Tag Team Champions. They beat the Backseat Boys and finally defeating the Rottweilers to win the cup. 3 grueling matches. They did it.